What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Turn Up the Jets YouTube channel. As always, I am your host, Joe Skirto, aka Turn Up the Jets. Before we get into the video, please subscribe if you have not already. Appreciate all the support. Like the video if you've actually liked it. And you could also follow me on other social media platforms at Turn Up the Jets on Instagram and on X. So the New York Jets' second day of full padded training camp. Yesterday marked the first day, and physicality is one word to explain. They were full out tackling during these 11-on-11 drills, something you don't really see in the modern day era. It just shows that Aaron Glenn is bringing Aaron Glenn things to the New York Jets, and that's what they need coming from a new regime. It seems like the players have all responded to it very well and are buying into it. And most of all, the Jets have come out basically injury-free. Braylon Allen was nursing a knee injury today, but it doesn't seem like it's all that serious, and they do have a day off tomorrow, so that will just give him an extra day of rest. Today wasn't as physical with tackling. Aaron Glenn did say they're not going to full-out tackle every day. They're going to give these guys breaks, but this is something that they are really making a point in the training camp, that they want to be physical, and you have to practice it to perfect it. And that's exactly what the Jets have been doing. But there was a familiar face at camp yesterday going in for a tryout. And we knew coming into the season, the kicking position was an unknown. They had two kickers in Caden Davis and Harrison Mavis, a.k.a. Thicker Kicker, that have never kicked in an actual NFL regular season game. Mavis cracked camp last year with the Panthers and then really kind of made his name known in the USFL. And that's how he landed a training camp invite this year. And Davis is actually a rookie. So they were going to have two kickers with zero experience coming off a season where the kicking position was arguably one of the biggest weaknesses of many for the Jets in 2024. Greg the Leg, we thought he was going to be the kicker of the future, and we were wrong, even though he was kind of in the tail end of his career, and I don't really expect him to be, a starting kicker again in the league. Like, he was that bad last season. Say what you want, the Denver game, they should have had no business of winning that game, but he still missed huge kicks there. The Buffalo game, missing extra points, missing multiple field goals there in the Monday night game. And New England, same thing when they were in Foxborough. Like, numerous times, he had just struggled to the point that they put him on the infamous IR, that injury report basically saying, like, yeah, we're going to respect you and not release you in the middle of the season, given what you've done in the previous years, but you are done. So the Jets went to Anders Carlson. Obviously, he wasn't good enough and didn't have big enough impression in the new regime because he didn't even crack camp this year. So this was always a big deal and just an unknown. And the Jets couldn't possibly go with a kicker with zero experience if they weren't impressing in training camp. And everything that I've read and heard, the camp for those kickers have been very poorly. Mavis better, but overall, it just hasn't been good. So they did bring in a familiar face. Nick Folk, you might have heard of him. The Jets kicker from 2010 to 2016. He then since then went to New England. In the previous 2 years, he's with the Tennessee Titans. 40 years old. I didn't realize how old he was. It makes sense. I mean, Nick Folk was the kicker the last time the Jets were in the playoffs, for crying out loud. But Nick Folk, 40 years old, don't let that age fool you. I mean, he hit 95% of his kicks last year, 100% in extra points. That was tied for first, and the 95% in field goal percentage was tied for fifth. That was at 39. The last 2 years, he's 50 of 52 for field goal attempts. He's missed 2 field goals in 2 years. Last year, only played 14 games, but in 2023, he played all 17 games. So only missing 3 games in the last 34 tries. He's only missed 2 field goals. That's efficient, and that's what the Jets needed. So he went in, tried out, and then this morning, Aaron Glenn did say in his presser after practice they did sign him, and later it was announced that Davis was the one let go. So Harrison Mavis is still there. I think they're still trying to make that somewhat of a competition. But Nick Folk is officially a New York Jet again, and I expect him to 1,000% win this job. I think Mavis, see what you got from him. And, if you ever needed him down the road, at least you have that familiarity with him being throughout camp. And I expect him to battle Folk for the job and kick in preseason games. But this is Nick Folk's job to lose. I mean, if Nick Folk just absolutely falls off a cliff, maybe Mavis gets it, but I don't expect that to happen. Just given the consistency he's had over his whole career, it's been it would be rather very unlikely for him not to win this job. So Zach Rosenblatt tweeted this as soon as Aaron Glenn said it. So he confirmed yesterday they tried him out. Obviously, he impressed. I don't know what the statistics was of his kicks, but enough to impress them to sign him right on the spot. So he is going to be a New York Jet once again. And, you got to love it. Really, you have to love that the Jets kind of realize like we're not going to win games or close games here with no experience from the kicker position. It's so underrated, and it's hilarious that I'm making a video about a kicker, but Jets fans know where I'm coming from. Last year was atrocious, and they were 5-12. So it's not like, oh yeah, if he made this field goal, they wouldn't went to the playoffs. I mean, the record could have probably been different, but it really was a big issue. Again, of many. But especially with these two kickers and Davis and Mavis, and they really hadn't raised eyebrows at all. It seemed like they were struggling. Obviously, Davis more because he's the one who gets let go in place of Folk. You just don't. I don't think a new regime wants to worry about that. Like with Aaron Glenn, he wants a veteran that he doesn't have to worry about. He's got to worry about, what is the offense going to do? What is the defense going to do? Special teams super important in the three phases, but like he does not want to have to worry. Like we're trying to get Justin Fields on the right track here. If the Jets are going to get some points on the board and he brings them closer to the field goal position, he wants to be almost guaranteed those 3 points. It just makes everything so much easier. So the Jets will be, Nick Folk probably will be I would say the Jets kicker in 2025, which is actually insane. Who would have thought that a 40-year-old Nick Folk, here's his stats right here, would be the kicker for the Jets. Like, look at, he started in 2007 with the Dallas Cowboys, and then he started his career with the Jets, where it was his longest stop, and then New England was his second longest stop. So he had 6 years with the Jets, a pit stop in Tampa, 4 with New England, and then the last 2 with Tennessee, which I really just kind of gave you the statistics there. But even in New England, his last couple of years, 26 at 28, 36 at 39, 32 at 37, and then those 29 at 30, 21 at 22. And yeah, you just see it here. His long last year was 56. I mean, he was 39 years old. So it doesn't seem like he is having any age effect here. Like he's still kicking the ball well. And you've seen more and more kickers last this long and be at the age of, over 40. Adam Vinatieri, of course, is the main guy of that. But the New York Jets have signed Nick Folk. And I think that's one thing that the Jets have to worry about less now. Is, having an unknown at the kicker position. It's still going to be a competition, but not really. So that's where really I gained. The Jets, again, have a day off tomorrow. I will continue to break down all things Jets here weekly, as the season is just about a little less than 6 weeks away before the Jets battle the Steelers. I appreciate you watching the video. As always, subscribe, like the video. Again, you could follow me on Twitter and Instagram, or X and Instagram at Turn Up the Jets. All one word. Until next time, see ya.